Alright, and welcome everybody to Blaugrana Planet. Welcome back to a new video, and hold your excitement because the Champions League is back to Football Club Barcelona. Is back. By the way, exciting game because a very important game between Inter and Football Club Barcelona. We're gonna be playing it away in San Siro tomorrow, 9 p.m. And it's gonna be a big game, guys, because it could be deciding if we're gonna go through the round of 16 or not. It's gonna be deciding. And to be honest, I think that we are in a better shape despite having Koundés, Araujos, Frenkie de Jongs, Memphis Depay, Bellerin. How many injuries, insane how many injuries we have. But Inter de Milan also have some injuries. And that's what we want to talk about it today. Of course, we're going to be revising possible lineups, etc, etc. But before, guys, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe to the channel. What are you waiting for? If you aren't subscribed, subscribe and smash the little bell notification so you get notified as soon as I release my next video. And now, guys, let's get back to the game, because tomorrow, important game, Inter versus Football Club Barcelona. Actually, there's a funny thing, because last time we played Inter was in 2019 and we had a completely different team. And when I mean a completely different team is that we even had players like Todibos, like Wagues, Rakitic, and actually I want to show you the lineup because it's insane, right? A complete different team than what we're going to be playing today. And it's gonna be a deciding game, because certainly we know that Bayern de Munich already beat Inter de Milan. It's going to be difficult for Inter de Milan to beat Bayern de Munich. Therefore, we need to do our job, beat Inter de Milan, and we're going to be facing them twice in the next 8 days, pretty much in a week. I mean, 7 days, 8 days. So we're going to be facing Inter de Milan twice in 8 days, and it's going to be deciding for us to get the 3 points today and the following week, for us to get to the second place in the round of in the group stages, to go through the round of 16 of the Champions League. Therefore, critical game. I assume it's going to be a critical game. Winning away is going to be very important. Inter de Milan is very direct, is very offensive, but they're not in their best shape at the moment, guys. And this is what I wanted to show you. First of all, they are going to be missing Brozovic, the key holding midfielder for them, and Lukaku. They're gonna be missing them. Okay, so Lukaku, we all know Lukaku, and Brozovic is a key part of their midfield. So they're not gonna be there, and who could be there possibly is gonna be Lautaro Martinez, but we still don't know. It's uncertain. He's been training, but he had some discomfort from the last game against Roma. It is not clear. I think that if he had been training with the group, I think he's gonna be playing. Maybe not from the start, but I'm sure that he will make an appearance. Take into account, guys, this is our opponents, and they do have critical players that are injured. But we also have Araujo, Koundé, Frenkie de Jong, Bellerin, Memphis Depay, players that are injured, right? Thank God, we did a good job in terms of the formation, because Barcelona could be lining up pretty well. But before, as I said, I wanted to show you the contrast between now and 2019, how it changed, how Football Club Barcelona changed in literally 3 years. Okay, this is the lineup that we used to face Inter de Milan back in 2019, guys. Literally, there is not a single player in this team that is in our team right now. They're not even there. It's not that they're starting. They're not even there, man. I mean, you could say Umtiti, Lenglet, they are loaned out, but they're not even there, man. I mean, Firpo, Alenia, Rakitic, we still won the game. And I remember, I think Ansu Fati came on, and he scored in this game, Ansu Fati. He came on this second half, I think. And what a big contrast, right? Anyways, let's get back to Inter de Milan's possible formation for tomorrow, guys. Let's focus now on the game for tomorrow. Just a funny fact. I mean, look at this team. We still beat them with this team. But anyways, tomorrow, even though they're going to be losing Lukaku and Brozovic, they're going to be playing possibly Lautaro and Dzeko there on top. Di Marco, Asalini, Varela there instead of Brozovic, Varela, Çalhanoğlu, and Dumfries. Okay, I think it's going to be a solid midfield. They're well known for being solid. Acerbi, Bastoni, Skriniar there in the second line of defense, and Onana, who is the goalie for the Champions League, right? They also have Handanovic. Maybe it could change, but normally Onana is going to be playing the Champions League. Onana, former La Masia goalkeeper. So interesting team that they're going to have there. I value that they are going to be physical, very physical. They're very direct, and we have to be careful with that. They're fast as well, so direct, fast, and we have to be pressuring as soon as we lose the ball. We have to pressure a lot. If we let them play, if this is going to be a game of going up and down, then it's not going to be our game. We need to hold possession. We need to kill the game, make it slow, because these people are going to go running up and down. That's the way they like to play. And so far, actually, they haven't been going too well for them, because if I look at the games, sorry, this got messed up a little bit here. Let me show you their last games, because their shape is so bad. I mean, they lost against Roma at home. They lost against Udinese away, okay, but they lost 3-1. It's a big loss. They did win against Victoria Platzen, of course. Okay, you win against Victoria Platzen, man. If you lose against them, you're so dead. They did win against Torino, not Juventus. Torino is not Juventus. They lost against Bayern, and then they lost against Milan. See, they're not having their best shape. They're sitting in the 9th position in the Serie A. Obviously, Barcelona is coming in a better shape, right? Barcelona literally just topped the table yesterday with the draw of Real Madrid against Osasuna, which, by the way, there were some incredible ref decisions in that game, which I would never understand. I think that Real Madrid should have lost, because there were some incredible decisions there in that game. The referees, man, there's something smelly, and there has always been something smelly. So obviously this is not controversy, man. It's just they're stealing the games, you know. Even with a red card, with a penalty that they got, and a goal that was not even legal that they scored, they couldn't even win the game. But anyways, that's not the topic. Let's focus on Barcelona, right? Barcelona is in a much better shape. We see win against Mallorca, win against Elche. We did lose against Bayern, okay, but 4-0 against Cádiz, 5-1 against Platzen, 3-0 against Sevilla, 4-0 against Valladolid. The friendly game, the Manchester City, but see, we are in a much better shape, and that's for sure. And what's the lineup gonna be? Well, I was thinking and checking what other people or journalists are saying, and this would be my ideal 11 for tomorrow, right? Ter Stegen on goal, Marcos Alonso, I think better than Jordi Alba, because Jordi Alba played against Mallorca, right? And better than Balde in a critical game like this. If we play Balde, what I am scared is that they're gonna go attacking in the Balde area, so maybe it could be a little bit fragile. So I'd rather have Marcos Alonso there covering, a guy with experience, you know, in big games. I think that's what we signed Marcos Alonso for, right? Play instead of Jordi Alba in the big games, easy. And Balde, he should get in shape, and I think next season or in 2 seasons, Balde is going to explode like crazy. But big games, Marcos Alonso. Erik Christiansen. Erik didn't play against Mallorca. Christiansen is playing exceptionally well lately. I think not many people are talking about him, but Christiansen is playing very, very well. Therefore, Erik Christiansen there in the center backs, and Sergio Roberto returning to the right back position against Mallorca. He did play a few minutes. I think it was around 10-15 minutes, and I'd rather see Sergio Roberto than Balde playing as a right back when he's a natural left back, right? So I'd play Sergio Roberto, Busquets, Pedri, Gavi. We know Frenkie de Jong is injured, therefore there's not going to be a replacement for Busquets initially, theoretically. And Pedri, Gavi, I know Gavi had some sort of discomfort against Mallorca at the end of the game, but there was nothing, so Gavi's going to play. He's a young guy, 18 years old, he has all the strength. Pedri is pretty much the same, he's going to be there playing. And I think Kessie could actually come in the second half to give some support, to pressure. I think Kessie is a good player in terms of trying to recuperate the ball. I think he's quite aggressive in that sense. And on top, of course, Lewandowski, you cannot not play Lewandowski in a big game like this. Dembele and Rafinha. Dembele and Rafinha, I think the return of Dembele, he had some discomfort against Mallorca. We saw Ansu Fati. Obviously, you could play Ansu Fati, Ferran Torres in the second half, and I think we should, right? Because just bringing fresh air. And the return of Rafinha there, ahead of Ferran Torres and Ansu Fati. So this would be my ideal 11 against Inter de Milan. It's an important game, guys, very important game, because in fact, if we check, actually here it is, if we check the group right now, if we would lose against Inter, it would put us in a very difficult position. Bayern is going to be playing against Victoria Plzen, I think tomorrow. Therefore, Bayern is going to win the game. They're going to have 9 points. But if we do lose against Inter, that's going to put us in a very bad situation and in a very compromised situation. We will have to win pretty much everything except the Bayern game, and just pray that Inter de Milan, they drop some more points against other team, right? So important game. I know it's not determinant. If we lose against Inter de Milan, it's not going to be determinant, but it's going to be very bad, okay? Very, very bad. I don't want to fall into that position because we're in danger of going back into the Europa League. Believe me, man, we don't want that. And it's the beginning as well of a crazy October. I mean, not the beginning because we played against Mallorca, but really, it's when the big games begin, okay? The big games. This is Barça's October. Tomorrow against Inter. Literally, few days later, like 4 days later, Barça Celta at Camp Nou, okay, then, literally 3 days later, it's incredible, the pace, Barça Inter again at Camp Nou, then, 4 days after, there's a game every 3 or 4 days, Real Madrid Football Club Barcelona visiting the Santiago Bernabeu, it's basically our second home, but anyways, it's a challenge. Barça Villarreal, 4 days later, Barça Villarreal. 3 days after that, Barça Athletic Club. And even more, then just put a little bit more sauce into the steak, Barça Bayern de Munich at Camp Nou 3 days after. And guess what? 4 days after, just to finish it off, Valencia Barça. All of this without Araujo, for sure, possibly without Memphis Depay. And hopefully Koundé can return and Frenkie de Jong can return because we're going to need them. So intense, guys, intense. I'm really looking forward to this. I hope I made it clear. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. It's always interesting. And smash the like button, guys. Thank you so much for joining. Make sure to tie your seatbelts, guys, because the real deal is about to start. You saw what's coming up. Every 3 to 4 days, there is a big game. Tie your seatbelts. We're going to try to cover as much as possible on this channel. That's why you should be subscribing, smashing the likes, and hitting the bell notification. And now, and as I always say, Visca el Barça, Visca Catalunya, and see you in the next video. Vamos!